One of the biggest fear of bodybuilders or people who want to look better is, I'm dieting down to get ripped. Am I losing muscle? No, you're not. Except for some very special cases. Chances are that for the first 6 or even 8 weeks of a dieting, as long as you keep training hard, you're not losing muscle, right? You might be getting flat. My muscle is becoming depleted of glycogen and water, so it feels smaller. I can't get the same pump. I'm also losing fat and body water, so I'm looking smaller in my clothes. My strategy is I wear hoodies that are one size too small, so I feel tighter in my clothes. But that can happen. You're not losing muscle. You feel less voluminous because you have less water, less glycogen, less fat on your body, so you feel smaller in your clothes. Now, the thing is, until you are at a low enough body fat level to look lean, then you don't look better despite getting smaller. So you really think, I'm just losing muscle because I'm not lean enough to look cut. So I think I'm just losing muscle. So that's why a lot of people actually stop dieting. That happened to me in the past because I was fairly large, training mostly for strength. When I tried to diet down, I would only feel smaller, be a bit weaker, which is normal. I'm losing fat, I'm losing water, my leverage is not as good, I'm lifting less weight on a big compound movement, so that reinforces my belief I'm losing muscle. And since I'm not yet lean enough to look cut, I think I'm only losing muscle. But that's not happening. You're just getting flat. Now, losing muscle is a possibility. As I mentioned in the previous capsule, it's one of the strategies your body can use to fight off the lack of energy intake. So if my leptin goes down because I'm not eating enough, the first strategy I might use is I reduce my activity level. I move slower. I don't move as much. I'm becoming more lazy. That's one strategy. Second strategy, it gives me hunger signal. I'm able to fight them off. So when that happens, then I might start to gradually decrease my muscle mass. But that takes a while. It doesn't take 4 or 6 weeks, especially if you're training hard, all right? It takes 10, 12, and not until you're like 10, 8-ish% body fat is that a risk. If you have enough protein, only have a small deficit and you're training hard, even if you're feeling smaller on some days, you're not losing muscle. You're losing glycogen, water, and fat. You're feeling smaller, you're looking smaller until you're getting lean, you don't see the difference. That can play a big, big trick on your mental, psychological mindset, and that makes you ruin the process. Don't fall to that trap. You're not losing muscle. Train hard, push hard, stay the course.